What do you take for granted? I'll tell you what I used to take for granted. The ability to feed myself. Going to the bathroom. Yeah, that means both pooping and peeing.
Making love to my wife.
Taking a shower. Wrapping my arms around a loved one. And just plain putting one foot in front of the other. As far as the walking thing is concerned, I was really only able to do that for a short period of time. On May 13th of 2018, all of that changed. Abruptly, the ability to do all those things and more I no longer took for granted. One slip, one fall down a carpeted flight of stairs changed my life forever. Prior to my fall, I used to love to vlog things and put them up on Facebook and YouTube. I even helped some of my friends who are professional MMA fighters make promo videos. Therefore, I've done my best to document my journey into recovery. I did not navigate this life-defining journey alone. This video series is dedicated to those who have not only helped me along the way, but individuals who stand in the trenches every day and help patients fight the devastating effects of neurological injuries and disorders. Welcome to Life is Hard When You Go Gimp, the interviews. You might be on wheels, walk with limp. You might be on wheels, walk with limp. I'll tell you now, life is hard now. Today we are going to the Jeffersons. Not those Jeffersons. Today we are going to the home of Ariel and Travis Jefferson. Ariel is an attorney, and Travis is a neurological.
See me in the street, but shout it, you don't know me. When you holler, when you speak, remember you don't know me. Save all the hate in the
rehabilitative exercise.
Neurological rehabilitative exercise specialist.
Neurological rehabilitative exercise specialist. I will never say that correctly again.
Don't ask me to spell it.
My name is Travis Jefferson, a neurohope, and I'm from the South.
So thank you for inviting me to your beautiful home.
Thank you for accepting my invite to my beautiful home.
Thank you for being my first subject. And basically I'm doing an interview series of people that have been afflicted by neurological injuries, and then people who are in the business of helping individuals with neurological injuries. So this is kind of a reverse. It's the disabled guy interviewing the professional.
Hi folks, this is 80s mullet guy.
Who's the professional?
Travis Jefferson is my trainer, Neurohope, and he kicks
So I actually found a job posting for Neurohope looking for a part-time job. I was looking for a part-time massage job just to keep my certification active. Not putting any thought into it, just kind of sent my resume in, not knowing what would happen. Got a call from Chris Liu that they wanted me to come in for an interview. So not really knowing about the neurological injury world, so I kind of did like you did, kind of stalk their web page, just kind of see what they're about. Listen to the story, Chris's story that's on the web page, read the trainer bio or the physical therapist bios. I was like, I'm not a physical therapist, but they said they were looking for someone with an exercise science degree.
And that's what's super interesting. I mean, when I did my video for Neurohope's last open house, you laughed when I said multidisciplinary treatment team, but it is, and that's what's odd, is they have PTs. They have what? Megan, Nora, Brittany's a PTA, and they have you, Bart, Marshall. That's like, why do they set it up that way?
So we are kind of an extension of the physical therapist. So like myself, Bart, Marshall, we have exercise science degrees, so we're capable of like writing exercise prescriptions for a myriad of different ailments. So like we kind of work with the PTs to kind of tweak our exercise programs to fit the needs of people with neurological injuries.
This being Travis's first interview on camera, when he relaxed a little bit, I asked him to tell me a little bit about his history.
Grew up in Georgia, Augusta, Georgia, to be exact, home of the Masters. Born and raised there, went to school in Charleston, went to college in Charleston, South Carolina. I graduated from high school in Glen Hills High School from Augusta, Georgia. Charleston Southern University from my undergrad. And I started my graduate degree at the Citadel in Charleston, but finished it at California University of Pennsylvania. But also somewhere in there along the way, I got my associates in massage therapy, so I'm a licensed massage therapist as well.
And so the massage therapy end was basically what? I'm going to be a trainer, I'm going to be working with individuals and athletes. So I wanted to add something to my repertoire to help basically musculoskeletal.
So basically, like the strength coach I interned with, I had more arrows to my quiver. So all right. The more tools in my tool belt, the better I look on paper to future jobs, and the more skills I just have in my back pocket to help me further my career.
Since the near 2.5 years since my injury, I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of physical therapists, occupational therapists, and exercise specialists, and they all talk about how working with people with neurological injuries or disorders is so much different than other types of injuries or disorders. And Travis talked a bit about that. What surprised you about working with people with neurological injuries? I mean, I'm sure you came in with a concept of what the job was gonna be, but I'm sure, I mean, what good or bad, what surprised you about working with people like me?
That it is totally different from any other group I've worked with. Like I've worked with college level athletes, I've worked with military, I've worked with just the general population. So the neurological world, so I pretty much had to take everything I learned in undergrad and grad school and relearn it, but from a different perspective, being that neurological injuries don't heal the same way as someone without a neurological injury heals. And each day is different. Like we can have somebody that comes in for a couple weeks. We have patients that walk. They may walk in every day for 3 weeks, and then one day they just had a bad day and they're in a wheelchair. And we gotta tweak our programming to fit whatever mood, pretty much whatever mood their body's in that day. I had some experience with geriatric clients, but never with neurological injuries like spinal cord injuries, stroke, TBI.
Travis unquestionably is excellent at his job, and very appropriately he works me hard. Sometimes maybe a little too hard.
Travis, I got a spinal cord injury. Shouldn't make me run. Travis! Stop it! Stop it!
Life is hard.
When you go Gimp.